Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Ohio and American Life Farming. We are up here at field 29 because we've got our rye contracts to do today. We have very little fuel in this truck. Yeah, we're just above an eighth of a tank. We're not going to be driving this much today, thankfully. We've got the combine in position and the tractor. And we'll only have to drive this when it gets full and we need to go and tip it. We're going to try and fill... We've got field 29 and field... So it's field 29 we've got to do and field 16. We're taking these to the animal market grains. So that's great. Absolutely brilliant. We should fit everything in here, and even more than that, in some massive stroke of luck, we have a great demand for rye at animal market grains. This is going to come together really wonderfully, absolutely amazingly. Just going to check the high price of rye and see how close this gets. I'm trying not to store it, but we'll see how it goes. And rye is a fairly simple setup. You know, it doesn't vary too much, so that is perfect. What is its high, though? The high price for rye is... Let's just take a quick look. Wow, we are well above the top price for rye as well. So, let's get this combine started. We'll start this up. And as we did last time... we'll start the whole thing up, get cut into the field, and then we can turn. And we are not going to be creating any straw from this field. We are going to be doing, the next field we've got is oats, which is very close to our farm. We're going to be using that to create straw. So that should be good. Let's get this here, start this up, course generation. Field 29 headlands. We'll do 2 headlands clockwise. Headlands first, turn in the corners, 10% headland overlap, and then our field center we're going to do lands. Generate a course, and that's looking pretty good. So nearest waypoint and drive course, and away it goes. So this combine now should do that quite nicely. In the meantime, we may need to get the tractor. Nope, the tractor is all good. So now it's just a case of waiting for the rye to fill up in the combine. Oh, and in actual fact, it is putting down that. That's annoying because I'd really like to get the straw off this field. But we don't have the money at the moment to borrow to get ourselves a baler for this. Maybe if we have time we'll be able to do it. Certainly if we save the course we might be able to do it as well. Okay, so that straw is just too good an opportunity for us to miss out on, and you know, waste not want not, we are gonna head down here. I have borrowed 15,000 in order to do this, and so we're gonna pick ourselves up a baler at this point. So let's head over to the shop, and we're gonna, I think it's about $12,000 for this baler. Let's have a look. Baling technology, we do have one in here. Yeah, here we go. So we've got the John Deere 690. This is the one we're gonna get. We're not using a baler very often. We're only using it for straw, and with straw we're only doing a couple of times a year. I think I'm going to go with the single wheel setup like that, though. I like that a bit more. So let's buy that. And, ooh, no. That's an extra 2,000 to do that. We're trying to save the money. So for aesthetics, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with the double wheel and head back out. And that should be over there. Yeah, fits quite nicely, I think, this baler with this tractor. And comes in at under the horsepower requirements as well, which is good. So back this up. And we're just going to put this running on the same track as the combine. The idea being... Oh, did we get the... No, let's get the PTO done as well. The idea being that it can just follow around behind it and bail up. And hopefully we'll get the field nicely baled before we finish the contract as well. One thing that's good about this is our combine has a nice long head start on our baler. So we should be in a position where the two don't interfere with each other. We are going to load the course that I've saved, which is F29 harvest. So I'm going to delete that one because that one's rubbish. But yeah, load that one in. And then we will head back over to this screen here. Nearest waypoint. And then set this going to drive course. Why does this thickness needs refilling? Right, what I'm going to do then is just unfold it. And then, once I've unfolded it, we're just going to get it to drive. So, going to start, put that down, and drive course. And hopefully that will just go round and bail on the course. Yep. So that has worked, and that will just go and do the job. It's missing bits in the corner, but I don't think that's the end of the world. It's going really fast. We need to get the combine moving again because that's going to be round and catching that up in no time. And our combine has stopped just over here where it needs to unload the first one. So we'll bring this in. And empty that out. Now this thick has manual unloading on it, so we need to pop in here. We need to take it off the course. Unload it. It's because the engine isn't started. It has an issue with that. So we're going to have to manually move everything out of the way as well. And I'm just worried about how close behind that baler's getting. If the baler does catch up, what we'll do is rather than running the baler on the course play, we will run the baler on follow me instead. And that should keep everything nicely under control. Otherwise, that baler is just going to sit behind going stuck in traffic all the time. Right, there we go. So let's take our tractor and back that off. And yeah, here comes our baler coming round the back. So we'll stop that as well, because he's going so fast. Whoa. Yeah, and then we can put this on follow me behind the combine once we get the combine back in position. So lots of sort of moving stuff around, getting stuff into position, and making sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible when you're running lots of separate bits like this. So nearest waypoint, drive course, and that one's away. That is following behind that. And might cause a little bit of strangeness to start with, but then that will be off. And we can go round at the end of this and clear this field up as well. So we should be all good there. Our combine, though, is getting near to needing to be refueled. So that is going to be the next job we have to get done, is to get everything refueled and sorted. And now we've got $2,000 kicking around. We should actually be okay. We've made it around the outer edges of the field, and after a bit of bale wrangling and a bit of bale sorting, I think we've managed to make enough space for us to actually work with the bales at the edge of the field. It always gets a little bit messy when you have lots of bales about and you're trying to do that. But hopefully we're not going to be too badly off. The issue we discovered last time was that where this tractor needs to unload is actually right where the bales drop, which is a little bit annoying. And we want to try and keep the baler a little bit back, but with the speed that it's going, maybe I can get it so that it runs behind, but runs behind a lot slower. We're currently at 16 miles an hour, so let's take this down to about 5 miles an hour. We'll pull it forwards, because the trouble is, as soon as I try and run this like this, it wants to fill with the stuff for... oh no. Oh wow, it is actually going to bale this time. Fantastic. That'll work. And yeah, we'll just leave that going like that then. Perfect. This is full of surprises today, this game. But at least we're going to end up with a lot of bales. And I think what I might do is see if we can go and get something to start collecting these up. So that will mean dropping this off, dropping that off, and heading down to the shop with the 7R to see if we can make things even more complicated. The straw has made this a far more complicated job than I thought it was going to be. But we should be able to do this. I'm quite happy to borrow a little bit of money when we're doing jobs of a fairly large size. So baling technology we need. So the Arcusan, that is 70,000. The Anderson, that is 89,000. So I'm going to get the Arcusan one here. There it is. And to rent that is 3,500. So we are going to have to borrow a little bit more money. So across to that, borrow another 10,000. We'll cover it easily. Go into here. And yes, we have a little bit more borrowed there than I'd liked. But in leasing this to get this stuff back, we should be good. Oh, no, back. And we then have enough money to go and sort the fuel issue that we have looming over us. Let's unfold this tractor. There we go. Get our bits in the right place. Hook this up. And yeah, get this back up to the field. We are at 42% on our combines, so we're going to be back well in time for this. And yeah, we're going to have to keep disconnecting our overloader from our tractor, I think, in order to keep getting these bales collected up. It's more of an issue on those rows where we're trying to unload and things. So yeah, I kind of need the baler to be running fairly well behind, so I might stop that when we hit that first section and then let it go again when we're running a bit better. So the aim with our bale collector here is to try and remove any bales that are going to be in our way going forwards. So let's unfold this. And so none of the bales down this end are going to be like that, but we've got 3 bales this side and I think 3 bales the other that might cause that problem. And then we can sort this out after that. Oh, missed that third one. This is the first time I've looked at this bale stacker and gone, that looks quite small on a tractor. It's quite a big tractor to have this at. And we're actually having to come in at a bit of an angle in order for the bales not to hit that outer wheel we've got. Dual-wheeled tractor like this, not actually the best tractor to run this piece of equipment on. You've got to come in like this, swing round it, and then get it. The only way There we go. Yeah. And just clear everything out of the way that's likely to get in our way for harvesting the rest of this. And then I'm going to stop my baler for a minute and just let that... Well, we might actually hook the tractor on the baler up to this for a minute and go from there. So let's switch over. And this, I'm just going to stop the driver. We will switch this out. And that way we can use this tractor on the Yakuza, which is a much better setup, and collect up the bales that way. And that leaves our overloader quite nice and leaves this running a little bit behind our combine, and everything just running that little bit better in our setup. And finally, it looks like we're going to have our first full overloader off this field. There we go. Combine still has 27% in it, but we're not going to fill up this overloader again from here. I think this field is going to about half fill our trailer, which is great news. And then, yeah, we've got all these bales kicking around, so we're going to get a couple of loads of bales off here as well, which is great. As long as we get them baled up between now and moving on to the next field, we should be all right, I think. It's just a case of the combine needs to be far enough ahead. And I can leave this tractor up here doing this field and collecting up all the bales on it, and getting this the rest of this baled while we go and move over to the next field and get everything set up. I think we're going to need to sort out the fuel situation with our combine before then, probably. So that's going to require a new fuel trailer as well. Our combine is now well into the next section. So what we're going to do is disconnect that and hook this up. That has our overloader has unloaded into our trailer, and our combine is now demanding to be refueled. That's fine. We can go and sort that little job out with our TLX. Was kind of expecting this situation, so we're going to be all right. Let's go turn some stuff off and go grab ourselves some fuel. So I've sold the old TLX 2020 fuel tank that we had. I was hoping there was a flatbed trailer or something I could attach that to, but doesn't seem to be the case. So we've got $11,000 here, or nearly $12,000. I'm hoping this is going to be enough to buy the trailer. So it should be under MISC, I think. And yeah, so that's the one we sold. The one that we're gonna buy should be around here somewhere. Nope, I thought that was under miscellaneous. It's actually under trailers here, and this is what we want, the liquid trailer. It is basically the same price as the one that we had. We got multi-product tank or slurry sprayer. We want the multi-product tank. Rim color is good. Design color is stock. Okay. Main color, we've got stock, stainless steel, or dark steel. Oh, I like the dark steel one, so we're going to go with that as our colors. Rim color, we're gonna go with the school bus new age, as we tend to do. In fact, design color as a result should be olive new age as well. There we go, so that fits in with the rest of our stuff. Wheel type street jewels, we're gonna go with the jewels. Standard lighting, and wheel brand sport stock. Okay, we can put the sport on this and the performance sport. There we go, that is perfect. 3,500, buy that, yes please. And that should go on the back of our TLX 3000 quite nicely, I think. So let's reverse this up. Hook it on. No cables or anything. Perfect. And, oh yeah, that fits really nicely in with this. To the nearest fuel station and a quick fill up. Gonna take a little while to fill this tank up. But man, does it work well with our truck. And it's a pity that there aren't as many attachments for the 3500 as there are for the 2020. I know that there's an update coming for this that 82 Studios doing. I don't know if that includes the extras, but certainly the one that comes with the 2020, this turbo fuel tank, still looks absolutely fantastic on it. And I love the fact that these wheels match. They're not a perfect match for the actual tires, but we can at least get the sports rims on both of them. Really, really nice. Save a bit of time and money. I've not completely filled up the tank. I've only gone up to about half. Should be enough to get our combine moving and, in fact, fill up our TLX lorry as well. So we'll bring this round and into here. And we can go straight over here and refill our combine. So bring this round. Yeah. There we are. Just back this up to here. Open it up. And hopefully this will be enough to in fact, wow. Did that completely refueled that combine automatically? I love that. That is brilliant. So yeah, combine's refueled. We want to get out of its way and get the baler restarted on this part of the field. In fact, let's go fill up. Let's get this in the position that we can fill up our TLX truck as well as we're sitting around here, and that should sort out all of our problems. Finally, I think we've got everything working together nicely. Our baler is running at a slower speed through the field, so even if the combine stops like it has now, it shouldn't catch it up very much. This is now going to be unloaded. We're looking pretty good. And when we come to do the next rye field, I think we're going to be in a really good place. Now, our combine, we need to get that to empty. So, stop. Start it up. Drive that and drive course. And we'll just catch it up and empty out before the end of the row. Like so. And yeah, this means that our baler now is running further behind, and all in all, we're running well. And with our combine empty, we're all good, and that can continue. So yeah, one last row for the combine, and then I think we're looking at possibly having things finished. Although, why did he pick up a little bit early at the end there? That's a little bit annoying. There's a few bits we probably need to clean up here. Otherwise, yeah, this has run fairly smoothly. Now you can see on this last row that the combine is basically gonna do one row back and then a final row in this position here to my right. So the easiest thing for us to do, knowing where the combine is going to finish up and knowing that the combine is not going to have a full tank before it gets there, is just to position ourselves along here and follow behind, which makes our job pretty easy to predict where the final bit of the combine is. Hopefully our baler is going to be far enough behind where it's not going to try and come up behind me. Even if it does, it'll be fine, because it'll just sit behind me there waiting. But it's a good 3 rows behind. So yeah, we should be all right. I think we're going to be positioned okay. Combine is going to come around. Yeah, and then we just need to wait for it in the final row for it to finish up. It's a little bit, taking me a little bit longer to get this part of the rye done than I had expected. We have, yeah, we've basically taken up the time of an episode to get this done. So we're going to be finishing up on here today. Probably get everything baled, see if I can get these bales collected up. We're going to collect the bales up, and I don't know if you can see in the distance, we're stacking them in the farmyards to come and pick up later. We can only pick up 16 bales a time with the stacker. We can fit far more than that on our bale trailer. So yeah, we're going to come and we're going to go and stack them in the yard, and we're going to come and pick them up later. As predicted, the combine is coming down this final row here and should position about right for us to unload. I can start my tractor up again. And hopefully the combine should just pull up beside and empty out. And then we can go and see how much we've got in our trailer. There we go. That's done. Actually, that was pretty much the perfect position for that. And this is going to take us up probably to about 60% full, maybe actually only as far as 20%, looking at how far this is empty. Sorry, as far as 50% as far as it's empty, but we've already gone past that. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1%, 58%. So yeah, nearly 60. So we can go and empty this now into our trailer, see how much we've got. We'll then grab the combine, pick up the couple of straggly bits we've got kicking around, and see how full that makes our trailer overall. And yeah, then we've just got the bales to deal with. Our trailer is actually looking more full than I was expecting. It may be that with 60% of this, we're in a position where we can go and tip what we've got. Oh, let's reverse this up. Get this further back into our trailer. All right, there we go. There we go. That's further back into the trailer. Yeah, that trailer is looking pretty full at this point. We'll empty the rest of this out. And yeah, looks like we've got a full trailer off this field. 85% of this trailer. That is pretty special. I wasn't expecting that at all. So let's take that down and go and get our combine. So we will stop driver. Like so. We'll go and get that that one bit of the row at the end here. Yeah, and I'm not too worried about a few straggly bits of straggly bits of straw. We're not going to get a huge amount of that. And the straw is good. We want as much of this straw as we can get, but I'm not going to chase small lumps and things that are left lying around. What I do want is to get all of this crop off here, because with the great demand we have running at the moment, that is going to make quite a big difference to us, even just a little bit. We know we're getting over $200 extra per 1,000 litres than we'd normally get from rye at the moment. So yeah, getting that into here is going to make a big difference. I'm actually going to unload this into the overloader, and then we can unload it from the overloader into the trailer. Just makes things a little bit easier. So that into there. This, we did just fold this in, but there we go. And out a little bit from there. Perfect. turn the combine off, and we can move this roadshow down to our next field, which is gonna be field 16, which is a really odd shape and gonna be a lot of fun to get done. Right, there we go. So that is there, ready and waiting. This is all here, and we've just got our baler finishing off down the bottom end over there. And here it comes, finishing off. There we go. Our final bit. All done and dusted. So that is this field all done for today. Pretty perfect. We'll get these bales collected up and stacked and get the equipment moved over to the next field so that next time we can get our other field, our very odd-shaped field of rye done as well. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here, so all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.